Hey everybody, what's going on? Anonymous 2K back on Marvel Contest of Champions, and this time in this video we're going to talk about the arenas. More particularly, we're going to talk about the milestones. Everybody's saying it's good to hit all the milestones, and everybody's encouraging you to hit the milestones, but nobody actually knows how much gold are you going to get when you hit all the milestones, how many battle chips you're going to get, and how many units are you going to get when you hit all the milestones. In this video, we're going to break it down. We're going to say exactly how many units, how many battle chips, and how much gold you're going to get every single time that you hit the milestones in the basic arena and in the featured one as well. Before we're going to jump into the video, reminding you guys that I'm doing mastery breakdown and explanation. So make sure to drop that subscribe on the channel so you'll be up to date when the video will be released. As you guys can see, last week I have actually hit all the milestones in the basic arena, and I hit all the milestones in the featured arena. To hit all the milestones, to hit all the 1.5 million points in the basic arena, it took me almost 60 win streaks. And to hit all the milestones, all the 4 million points in the featured arena, it took me about 130 wins. In my roster, I do have about 70 4-star champions that I'm using, and I have 10 5-star champions. In this test, I only used up the 70 4-star champions that I have and the 10 5-star champions that I have. Of course, I have not refreshed, didn't use any units or any boost for that matter. If you guys can see, it's not that hard to hit the milestones on the basic arena. It's only 60 win streaks to get 1.5 million. From that, we're gonna jump into the spreadsheet that I actually made. So let's get to it and see what are the numbers that we are looking at. Okay guys, so as you can see, we have several tables right here in front of you. I'm going to explain each and every one of them so you'll understand and will be able to adjust that for your personal roster. In order to understand how many units and how much gold are we going to get per arena crystals that we're going to open up, we need to know on average how many units and how much gold each and every arena crystal is going to give us. Right here on in this table, I have looked over at YouTube and I have gathered the information from my personal openings. We have me; those are my openings. I have opened up 3 times, 300 and 400, 330, and 900 crystals. We have a friend of mine from my former alliance. I have watched Seaton's videos, Brian Grant's videos, and everybody all together, all of us, we have opened up 5,232 crystals. From those 5,232 crystals, we all have gotten 19,290 units. This one is for units only. So what I did is took the 19,290 units that we have gotten, divided by 5,232 crystals that we have actually opened up, and I have concluded that on average, from each and every arena crystal, we are getting 3.7 units per crystal. 3.7 units per arena crystal that we're going to open up. And as far as we know, the crystal worth about 2,000 battle chips. So we take the same number and divide it by 2,000, and we're going to get that per battle chip we're going to receive 0.018 units. I'm going to take those two numbers and I'm going to write them down right here. This is the unit count. This is the conclusion, and we're going to say that for each and every arena crystal we're going to receive 3.7 units, and per each battle chip we're going to receive 0.0018 units. Same thing I did with gold. We have all opened up 20.5 million gold, about 20.5 million gold. So what I did, I took the 20.5 million divided by 5,232, and I have concluded that on average we are going to receive almost 4,000 gold per crystal that we're going to open up. Same thing, arena crystal costs 2,000 battle chips, so I divided that by by 2000, and I have concluded that on average we're going to receive almost 2 gold per battle chip that we're gonna use to open up the crystals. I took those numbers and have added them right here. You see that per arena crystal we're gonna get almost 4,000 units, almost 4,000 gold, sorry, and per battle chip we're gonna get almost 2 gold. Perfect. Now we're gonna move over to the basic arena. For the convenience of all the calculations, we're going to assume that we won all 3 battles in the streak and all the numbers are averages. Right here we can see the costs and whatever we're gonna get from the actual battles. We have per win reward. That means that every single time that we win a battle, we're gonna receive 25 battle chips. We're gonna receive at the end round, that means when we win 3 battles in that streak, 300 extra battle chips. And as I said, we're gonna assume that we won all 3 of them. We see that we have 3 rounds in every streak. We saw that for me personally, to get to that 1.5 million point milestone, to the 10 milestone, I needed to conclude about 60 win streaks. And we do not have an entrance cost as far as the battleships are concerned. So we're gonna take all that information and we're gonna make input into this formula right here. This formula right here says that we're gonna take this 25 wins, we're gonna multiply it by 3 because we have 3 rounds every streak. We're gonna add on top of that the 300 at the end of the round, and we're gonna multiplied all of that in the number of the win streaks. And as you guys can see, if we take all the numbers, it's gonna come down that every single time that you reach that 1.5 million point milestone, you're gonna receive 22.5 thousand battle chips just from the battles themselves. Perfect. Let's move over to the gold. Every single time that you win a fight, that you win a battle, you receive 100 gold upon winning. When you win 3 battles per round, you receive 100 gold. And if you win 2 rounds, 2 battles per round, you receive 50 gold. As we said, we're going to assume that we won all 3 of them. So we're going to do the same thing right here. But the difference is that when we start a fight, we have an entrance cost of 400 gold. So if you take all 3 battles that you won, that's 3 times 100, that's 300. On top of that, the end round bonus of 100 gold, so 300 plus that 100, that's 400 gold. You're gonna deduct the 400 gold that it costs to enter to the battle. So it's gonna come down that you're not gonna win anything. And it's not gonna cost you anything. So the amount of gold invested is returned fully. Basically, what we can understand from that, when you reach the 1.5 million milestone, you receive 22,000 and a half battle chips. No gold. Let's move over to the milestones themselves. Right here we can see all the milestones and what they give us. As far as the battle chips, the first and the second milestone are going to give us 750 each. The third milestone and until the 10th are going to give us 1,500. If we're going to sum all the battle chips, we're going to come down to 13,500. That means upon reaching that last milestone, you're going to receive just from the milestones, 13,500 battle chips. Same thing with gold. 5 on the first one, 10 on the second one, and 15 from the third and fourth, and so on. And you're going to receive 135 units. Same thing with gold. You're going to receive 23,000 gold upon reaching the last milestone. Those are the numbers of battleships, unit, and gold just from the milestones, and this is the number of battleships just from the battles themselves. Right here in the next table, we can see all the battleships you're going to receive. That means that 13.5 plus 22.5, we're going to come down to 36,000 36,000 battle chips. From this point on, you can decide what to do with it. When you reach the last milestone, you get 36,000 battle chips. You can donate that to your alliance, since all alliances require donations, or you can decide to open them up in a form of arena crystals. Each and every arena crystal costs 2,000 of those battle chips. If you remember a couple of minutes ago that I explained this table right here, we have concluded that per battle chip you receive 0.018 units. So we're gonna take this number right here, the 36 that we have received from all the grinding, and we're gonna multiply it by the average number of the battle chips that we're gonna receive. That means that if you open up all the 36,000 battle chips, in average you're gonna receive 66 units from that. Same thing with gold. Took the number, multiplied by the gold number. So that means that if you're gonna open up all the 36,000 battle chips, on average you're gonna receive 70,000 gold and 66 units. Very easy, very understandable. In this last table, we're gonna combine everything. That means after opening up all the units that we have right here, the 66 plus the 135 right here, this and this, all together we're coming down to roughly 200 units. Same thing with gold, one plus the other, coming down roughly to 94,000 gold. That means that if you grind all the milestones in the basic arena and you reach that 1.5 million points and receive all the 10 milestone rewards, you're gonna come down to 200 units and 94,000 gold, roughly. But the question occurs: what happens when you go over the milestones? When you go to 2 million, to 5 million, to 10 million? Nobody goes to 10 million, but you get the point. You can always change the formula right here. You can go to 80 win streaks. You can go to 150 win streak. It's all up to you. Of course, you're gonna get more gold or more units. I'm gonna leave it at 60 right here, and in this table I have already gave you a few examples. That means that what we see right here in the basic arena, we have it on this line right here. That means that in order to get to 1.5 million points, you need roughly 60 win streaks. On those 60 win streaks, you're going to receive 36,000 battle chips. You're going to receive roughly 200 units, and you're going to receive roughly 94,000 gold. If you're going to go to 2 million points, you're going to need 80 win streak. You're going to receive 43,500 battle chips. You're going to roughly receive 215 units, and you're going to receive about 108,000 gold. You can see so forth and so on. You have 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, and 6 million. Okay, so it's all up to you. Let's say you're gonna get up to 5 million, the crazy numbers that Voodoo and Hyperion, I guess all the great champions that are coming out are gonna go for at least 5-6 million. That's Gwempel and all. You're gonna have to go roughly to 200 win streaks. It's a crazy number, but you receive 88,500 battle chips. You're going to receive roughly 300 units just from that grind, and you're going to receive roughly 200,000 gold from reaching 5 million points. Again, guys, I'm reminding you that I did it with my roster: 74 stars, 10 5 stars, no boost, suicide masteries on, no revives, no resets, no units. The basics. Perfect. After we talked about the basic arena, we're gonna go quickly and talk about the featured arena, because this is one more point that, in my opinion, really good to grind at least the milestones. As far as the regular wins go, you can see that I have the same exact numbers because it's the same numbers. There's no point of doing something new. The only difference is this 130 win streak. Same thing here. If you input the 130, you're gonna hit the same number of battle chips. But as far as me, it took me 130 wins to get to the 4 million milestone. It's just a couple of rounds a day. So nothing much to explain here. You already understood that, and if not, you can just go jump back in the video. Real quick, same thing with milestones, but the numbers are a little bit different. 1000, 1750, 1750 on all the rest. Altogether, if you reach the last milestone, you're going to receive 16,750 battle chips. You're going to receive 135 units, and you're going to receive 30,750 gold. Those are the numbers that we can see in the game. No need to go too much into calculations right there and explanations right there. You can it's the same as the basic, just the numbers are a little bit different. Again, if you reach the 130 win streak, you're gonna receive in total 65,500 battle chips. Okay, it's the same thing, one plus the other, 65,000 battle chips. From here, you can open up half and donate the other half, or you can just open up all of that. If you open up all of the battle chips, you're gonna receive 120 units from that, and roughly almost 130,000 gold. As far as totals, we can see right here, if you hit the last milestone, you can get one plus the other, roughly 255 units just from the featured arena, plus almost 160,000 gold just from hitting the last milestone in the arena. You guys can see, if you don't want to go for the champion and you just want to go for the milestones, you can hit roughly 250,000 gold and roughly 450 units on a half weekly basis. Don't forget, you have 2 of those per week. I did the same thing here. I took the liberty of seeing how many win streaks you're gonna have to get in order to get to certain a certain point number. If you want to get just for the 1 million points, that in my opinion everybody should do, because it's so easy to get with the 5 stars those days. You're only gonna need like 32 win streaks. It's gonna take you like, I do believe that you can do it like 2 runs with the 5 stars. So you're gonna receive 18,000 battle chips, 100 units, and 47,000 and a half gold. To get to the second milestone, 65 wins, 34,000 battle chips, 140 units, and 85 gold. I want to stop real quick right here and mention one more thing. If you're gonna hit this milestone, the 1 million milestone, you're gonna drop and be somewhere around 31 to 60%, and you're gonna receive 200 extra 4-star shards. So this is super easy to get, and I suggest everyone to get that. If you're not going for any, even if you're going for the basic champion, it's easy to get that just with the 5 stars. But if you can and get to this milestone right here, the 2 million milestone, you're gonna drop and receive 400 units, 400 4-star shards, and 200 5-star shards. That's from my personal experience. I have done it several times, and every single time that I'm not going for the basic, I'm trying to get at least for that one. So getting the 2 million, it's not that hard. It's only 65 win streaks upon 3 days, and you can receive extra 400 4-star shards and 200 5-star shards. So very much I very much suggest that you guys do that, even if you just play on occasion. Moving on for the 4th milestone, guys, as you guys can see, this one is what we have here, hitting those 4 million points, 130 win streaks, 65,500 battle chips, 255 units, and 160,000 gold. If you're going for 6 million points, You're gonna have to invest 195 win streak. You're gonna get 90,000 battle chips, 300 units, and 207,000 gold. 10 million 10 million points. This is when someone is going for the featured champion, that the champion is not super great, but it's not that bad. 10 million is it's the cutoff for those kind of champions. You're gonna have to invest 325 win streaks. You're gonna receive 140,000 battle chips, almost 400 units to 390 units, and 300,000 gold. 15 million points. This is the crazy amount. This is the champions that is new and everybody wants to go for him. You're gonna have to invest about 490 win streak. You're gonna receive 200,000 battle chips. From that, you're gonna receive 500 units and 425,000 gold. So this is a spreadsheet that actually have worked a long time on it. It took me a lot of thinking. What you guys need to know basically is this. This is something that you want to adjust for yourself, but roughly, you have if the only thing that you're gonna take away from it is you should take away this. Roughly to know how many win streaks and how you need to invest to get to a certain amount of points, and what you're gonna get for those for that time and wins invested. There's one more thing that I do want to talk about. Let's jump back into the game and continue from there. Okay guys, so the last thing that I wanted to talk to you about is the rank rewards. Right here we have the basic champion. In the basic champion, you have to hit 150,000 points just to get into that last the last section of 61 to 100, and you're going to receive 75 4-star shards. Plus, it's always good to hashtag get in the pool. In order to receive those good 4-star shards, what I would actually suggest, when you're going for that 1.5 million milestone cutoff, I would suggest going a little bit over, somewhere between 1.5 and 1.8 million. It of course depends on the champion, and you can drop right here at the top 11 to 25%, receive extra 500 4-star shards and 200 5-star shards. It doesn't seem like a lot, but remember that all the arenas are running twice a week. So if you're doing that every single arena, you're going to receive half of a 4-star crystal from just running the milestones. So 500 right now, 500 on the weekend, 500 on the midweek. It is a very, very, very important thing to do if you want to get and grind for those 4 stars as much as possible. And if you go and drop somewhere between 1.2 to that 1.5 million points, you're going to drop right here, and you're going to receive the 250 4-star shards. So in addition, getting for those milestones, you're going to get a lot of units, you're going to get a lot of gold, and you're going to get a lot of battle chips. You're going to as well get a lot of 4-star shards. This is as far as the basic champion goes. And as far as the featured champion, it's even crazier right there. If you go ahead and hit those 350 points, you're going to drop down to 100 4-star shards. To get to those 200 4-star shards, you just need to invest 1 million points. 1 million. It's not a lot. It's easy and it's achievable. In order to get to this next milestone, the top 11 to 30%, you only have to invest like somewhere between 1.8 to 2 million points, and you're going to receive extra 400 4-star shards on half a week basis. To receive this milestone, you have to go a little bit over for the 4 million points, and you're gonna have to go like 4.2 million sometimes, and you're gonna receive extra 800 4-star shards. I have actually did a little calculations. Let me move the mic. There we go. If you hit all the milestones in the basic and in featured arena, and you go a just a little bit over. You can have 500 plus the 800 4-star shots on a half weekly basis, and it comes down to 2,600 4-star shots on a weekly basis. That means that per week you can get a 4-star champion. You can get 5 4-star champions in a month. It's crazy. It's a lot of 4-stars. And in the beginning of the game, it was really hard for me to get those 4-stars, and I was getting like 1 4-star every month and a half, maybe 2 months, and I didn't understand how the other people got so many 4-stars. And now I see that just from grinding the milestones, you can get so much more from that. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, it took me a long time to make, and I hope it helps you out. Let me know if it helps you out. Let me know if you're going for those milestones, so I know that it's something that I did help someone out. If you have any questions, shoot them at me at the comment section down below, and I'll answer all your questions. Share the video. I know this is an important video to everybody to know and see, because I have not seen any other content creator that did this kind of a video. So share this one, and hope it's gonna help you out. I have a lot more good videos coming real soon, so make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. See you soon.